because, baby, I'm tired. But I'm not in a rush tonight. Somebody said, you always saying, every time you get on live, you always saying you tired, you ain't going to be here long. Just come back whenever you got energy. Listen, okay? I do be tired. Y'all don't understand, okay? But let's get right into it. We're going to see whatever comes out. Whatever you get, whatever we get, this is what we're going to go with. I was supposed to go live tomorrow, but I'm like, nah, let me just go ahead and go live today. So we getting right into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button, okay? Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, okay? I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of this year, okay? I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of this year. So let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So we are starting off with Aries. We are starting off with Aries. So let's see for Aries. Let's see for Aries. What is coming out for Aries? Okay. What is coming out for Aries? What's going on for Aries? Girl, I'm in love with you. All right, let's see. I don't want nobody else but you, babe. I don't want to put nobody else but you, babe. Them hoes are good, but they don't look better than you, babe. I was just listening to that song. All right. All right, so Aries, let me lock in, y'all, because I'm all over the place. Aries, what's coming up? What's going on? Whatever comes out for Aries. Let's see what we got. Aries. Let's see for Aries. One more shuffle. Aries, what's going on for Aries right now? Let's see. Some of y'all not in communication with somebody. Maybe a water sign, an earth sign. There might be no communication. I'm also getting a lot of hesitating on something here. Maybe you have plans or something that you want to move forward with, but I think you hesitating on it. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. But I'm going to go with the first message and I'm going to tell y'all the second message. I feel like there's somebody that you're not in communication with right now. And I feel like things ain't moving forward. I don't know if this is like a no commitment or somebody who barely communicates. So it's either no communication or barely any communication. And it feel like things aren't moving forward. You may be wondering if things are going to move forward. Some of y'all are just like, it's not a lot of communication between you and somebody. Like somebody not really putting in a lot of effort towards this connection between the two of y'all is what I'm getting here. But I also get that there's like blocked communication or a lack of talking or speaking up or something like that, right? Is what I'm getting here. I don't know if y'all ignoring each other. I think there's an energy of like both of y'all ignoring each other or not talking to each other is what I'm getting here. But somebody still I think that they still desire. Let me see, upright, this is Aries. This you. I think you really desire this person still. Excuse me. I think you still want to talk to this person. I think you strongly still want to go towards this person. But I think it's your ego, right? Not wanting to feel like you lost or like you are the one that's chasing behind this person. Pride, ego is kind of getting in the way of you taking that first step and initiating contact with this person is what I'm getting here. But things feel unsettled or unfinished. Sis, it's called jail block list. I'm dead. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I want to go towards them. I want to talk to them, but I'm not about to go make the first move on this person. I'm not about to be the one that chase behind them. You get what I'm saying? So I get you kind of playing into the game a little bit too. Things feel like they aren't fully resolved or aren't fully established between y'all, but right now it's kind of look like things ain't moving forward. Let's see, what actions will this person take? What actions will this person take? Hey, y'all. What actions will this person take towards Aries? Could be a Cancer, another Aries. I get them like still interested in you, but not really communicating. I get them like really still being interested in you, but not really communicating or really not still taking no serious effort or step towards anything here. And even if they do communicate, it's like they not saying what need to be said. They're not giving you the clarity that you need, the conversation that it is that you're really looking for between the two of y'all. You get what I'm saying? Is what I'm kind of getting here. So let's see. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Let me see. How does this person feel about Aries? How does this person feel about Aries? How do they feel? How do they feel about Aries right now? Okay, Aries, they feel like you kind of distancing yourself away from this. And they are in their feelings about that. So they are in their feelings about you kind of distancing yourself or moving away from this. They kind of may even think like you moving on or you deciding to just move on and lead them behind. But they so avoidant. They lack possibly even just like taking accountability or being honest about something. I just don't see them really pushing forward towards anything between the two of y'all. But I get them being like really in their feelings or really, really sad about it. Especially if especially because they think that you're holding back or because you are distancing yourself away from them. So what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here with Aries and this person? What's gonna happen here? Things. I feel like there's still a lot of work. I think that y'all will come back around towards each other. I don't know who's gonna make the first move, but I am getting that things are gonna pick back up between the two of y'all. And there is a hope that things can be resolved, but it still feel like somebody here is not really getting what they want emotionally out of the situation. But somebody is gonna make a move to try to like mend things between the two of y'all. But it still feel like you're not fully satisfied, or maybe they're not fully satisfied with something here in the connection here. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. Still a lot of being closed off. Still a lot of being closed off. Maybe even trying to protect themselves from being disappointed. A lot of pride is in the way of between the two of y'all as well. Okay? Could be an Aquarius, an Aries, a Cancer, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Okay? All right, let's see what we got for Taurus. Let's move on to Taurus. All right. Let's see what we got for Taurus. It's so damn warm in this house. All right. What's going on for Taurus? What's coming out for Taurus? Hey, Craig. All right, Taurus. I don't want to put nobody else but you. Them husband good, but they don't look better with you, babe. All right, Taurus. So, what is going on for Taurus right now? What's going on for Taurus right now? Four of Cups. I think you're just starting to kind of get into the space where you've lost interest in a lot. Things that once caught your interest or things that you used to be interested in, it's just like you kind of bored with it or you over it, is what I'm getting here as well. I think it's because you just kind of changing and evolving. Like what you want, what you invest your time into, all this is just kind of changing up a bit, right? And this is not just relationships. This is with everything in your life. Like you might feel like you want to be in different crowds. You want to, live in different areas. You want to pursue different things. You want to date different type of people than what you've dated. It's just kind of like an energy of, Stefan, if you say hello one more time. I think it's just the energy of you just kind of detaching from an old way of being. And now it's like, okay, what else is it that I am like interested in, right? And you're trying to figure out where do you place now or where do you go now that these things just kind of feel like it don't really align with you no more. You get what I'm saying? So for example, you might say, well, club culture and everything like that is not really my thing, okay? Because I'm coming out here instigating. Okay, so you might say club culture ain't my thing no more, but what else can I get into, right? Maybe I want to go start getting into wine vineyards, or I want to start doing more active activities with my friends or with my family, and I want to kind of start, I want to stop smoking as much. I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to just kind of indulge into the same things that I've been invested into in the past. I'm ready to do something a bit different than what I've been doing. So I'm seeing you detach away from a lot of that. I think this is going to cause a lot of people, if you are detaching away from a person, I do feel like it may hurt you. It might cause pain up on this person, but you just know something is not for you anymore and it just doesn't work out for you anymore the way how it used to, right? And you're just ready for something brand new or ready for a whole new shift in your life. It's kind of what I'm seeing here. Okay, so let's see. What else is, let me see. Give me more with this. Give me more with this for Taurus. Give me more. Yeah, I think that this is just a shift that's taking place. It might have even kind of came Can you cut that down? Okay. This might have even been a shift that came unexpectedly for you. It might have came out the blue, right? Um, it might be something that, it probably been on your mind for a while, but you probably just woke up one day and decided that this is just kind of like not the way I want to move anymore. Yeah, and I see that you kind of getting interested in new things, right? Like you have a new passion. You are inspired by newer things in your life right now. So I see you starting a new chapter or starting like a new timeline in your life for yourself right now. Just kind of waking up and decide I want to go cold turkey on certain things. Okay, I feel like also too it's the energy of you wanting to kind of be more in like a softer energy in your life as well, not feeling like you have to fight so much or defend yourself so much. And you may also be kind of pouring back into yourself a little bit more. I see some of y'all are kind of like starting to soften up a little bit, not towards a particular person, but more so just kind of towards yourself, right? Treating yourself a little bit with a little bit more care, is what I'm getting here as well. Now when it comes to people, okay, now when it comes to people, I think that you are also becoming a little bit more assertive about your boundaries and your expectations. Even if it's not, even if you don't come off in like a cold way about these things, I think that this is just speaking to like a way how you're going to start presenting yourself and handling yourself a little bit more. Some of y'all may even kind of change up the way how you dressing or something like that as well. Maybe you may want to dress a little bit more conservative, a little bit more modest. You want to do something differently, as well as what I'm getting. I'm getting something about the way how you dress as well. Now, I do feel like this is aligning you for a new love, a new different type of love that you may have been desiring for a long time, especially if, like I said, if you're detaching away from something else, you're going to be moving towards a different type of love or lover in your life, right? If you've always dated men who are in the streets or women who, you know, don't really have their stuff together or anything like that, right? People who just kind of don't seem like they really as stable or established. I see that you are kind of like getting away from those type of energies as well. And you might say, well, I'm just going to spend some time to myself. I'm just going to focus on my work a little bit more. And like I said, them boundaries are getting a bit firm. This is good because it's putting you in this boss energy. So you're moving into this boss-like energy. And like I said, this is aligning you for better things to come into your life. So I think it's like a whole like change on you, not just emotionally, but mentally as well. And so it's going to be a lot of realigning that's going on for you. And it may be kind of painful at times. Sometimes it may cause pain upon other people. But I think that you are starting to get into energy of doing what's best for you and not necessarily being a people pleaser for other people when you're not really getting what it is that you desire. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. Let me drink some more water. I take this little medicine and it be having my mouth so dry. All right, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini? Gemini. I do got a little bit of a headache though. Gemini. All right, let's see what we got. What's coming out for Gemini? All right, so let's see. Okay, Gemini, 5 of Cups. So somebody here is sad about you or grieving over you, Gemini. Somebody here is sad about you. Okay, it could be a water sign. It doesn't have to be. Somebody you walked away from. I think they're sad. Could be a Sagittarius, a water sign. Somebody here is in their feelings or they're sad about the situation here. Because I feel like you are finally moving on from something. Is it cold and windy out here in Houston for spring break? It is cold and windy out here for spring break. It's wild. You caught a cold. I ain't got no cold. But it is cold and windy up out here. For sure. Okay, but yeah, I feel like that somebody here may be sad because you've detached, you've walked away, and you're moving forward with your life, right? Like you're moving forward with your life. You're not stuck on the situation. Hold on, y'all. Let me cut my, because I don't want nobody to call and interrupt the reading. Okay, but yeah, so I think that you are like detaching from something and you're walking away from it and you're not like being all stuck on a situation. I think that you are finally, maybe you even walking away from a job and you're moving towards something new, right? Like something here no longer fulfilled you anymore. And it's just time for you to kind of pick up and move in another direction away from something that you've been doing for a long time, but it just wasn't yielding the results that it is that you really, really wanted. Okay, so whether this is a person, whether this is a job, some of y'all, a person could be sad that you're walking away from them or walking away from them. Others of y'all think that this is speaking to career or work. Like I'm moving away from this thing that I've been doing for a while because I'm ready to kind of experience or try something new. And so you're going to be actually moving into a phase where you're trying things different than what you've already done. Right? Like you stepping out of a comfort that you've been in for a long time or for a while. And so a big change is coming. This is going to cause you to go through some sort of big awakening as well. Right now, you may be trying to make it all make sense for you, but it may not make 100% sense at this moment. Now, if this is speaking to work, because I'm getting both. If this is speaking to work, it may initially kind of feel like opportunities are a lack of there, or maybe there's a lack of opportunities that are kind of showing up for you. But what you don't know is that this is actually something that was meant to happen, right? Because I think that you have been keeping yourself stuck in something for way too long, and it's time for a change to take place. If this is about a connection, it's the same thing. Like something just feel like it's been. I don't know why I just heard in my head. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. That's what I heard. So something may feel like it's not getting off the ground initially, especially when you move away from something. So you move away from something and it feels like things aren't getting off the ground because you're doing something different than what you've been doing for a while, and you've been stuck in that cycle for a long time. It was a comfort level, like I said, right? But it was lack of you really growing how you needed to grow. And so, yeah, there might be a lot of uncertainty. There might be a lot of stress that comes behind it. But I think that there's going to be like a lot of success that you just don't see. It's a lot of success that's coming up that you don't see, that you may not even be hopeful. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not hopeful, but it's like you got all these fears and these doubts in your head about this transition that you may not be able to see that this is actually pushing you towards some more success. But you got to do things differently than what you've been doing it. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Now, like I said, somebody could be upset. I'm gonna give y'all a second story before I move on to Cancer. Somebody could be upset that you walked away from them. You ended things. It's time for a change in your life. Somebody could be upset that you ended things as well. You walked away. You're moving forward. And you're not dealing with the situation no more. You're not invested into it. I think you're not trying to stay stuck in it anymore. Okay. It was way too much confusion. It was causing you to be in your head too much. But I think that you are kind of like starting to do better. So when they see you doing better. They seen you grown. They seen you evolved away from this situation. They seen you went through a change. A lot of y'all about to go through this hermit mode. Okay. A lot of y'all about to go into this mode. Hey, y'all, where you are in isolation. Okay, you about to isolate. You about to go within. You about to, try to do the work within yourself to try to figure out where do I go from here and how do I align with where I'm being pushed to go. Okay, so whether this was, something that was a long time coming, like I was singing that song, like something that has been going on for a while, and you finally put an end to it, you're gonna go through this transitional phase of being alone, being in a quiet, right? No real action, no real movement going on before you come back out, and then you go through this type of rebirth is what I'm saying, because I think that you need to search for a lot of clarity within. The stability, the type of connections that you want is going to require you to go within and search for that clarity, right? So that you can be able to make these better decisions and not repeat this cycle again or catch yourself back in this loop. All right. So very much a transition is about to happen for you, and it's going to come with an ending to something. All right. So moving on to Cancer. Moving on to Cancer. All right. Let's see. Hey, y'all. All right. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer? What is going on with Cancer? Let me sip some more water. Like I said, y'all, if y'all see me take water breaks, my mouth is very dry. What's going on with Cancer right now? Okay. One more shuffle for Cancer. I don't know why I was hearing some of y'all need to cancel y'all subscriptions. Okay. I don't know if you got too many subscriptions, cancel subscriptions. So make sure y'all doing that as well. Okay, let's see. Cancer. What's coming out for Cancer? What's going on with Cancer? Ace of Cups. I don't know. Is that new love coming into your life? Okay. New love that's coming in. Somebody's coming in to express themselves to you. A fire sign, a water sign. They're coming in, wanting a new beginning with you. The one who may have been like manipulative, mind games, playing all these mind games, they're coming in. They want to express how they feel to you. Now, I am seeing actually a lot of success in when it comes to your career. I see more money coming in for you as well. More money, more success. This is going to bring in more attention, right? The more you focus and pour into yourself, the more attention is going to come towards you. Now, of course, you got to use your discernment because all the attention ain't going to be good attention. But I think that this is really speaking to things really going to start to really elevate in your life for you. Things are going to start to really, really grow for you in your life, especially in terms of career, money, business. And it's going to happen with you being independent, okay? Like solely focusing on you and your stability, your security. There might be pay raises, promotion, more opportunities to make more money. I think that you are working on becoming a little bit more established within your life as well. I do get that there is a person who wants to come back around into your life. Someone here who knows how to say all the right things, when to say all the right things, but they're very unstable themselves, right? So you are the one that's stable. Okay, somebody's coming in because they want to be able to leech off of that stability that it is that you have and that you are starting to kind of like establish for yourself. So be careful with that. They're coming in, and I think they want to offer you something, but yeah, because it could be because you pulled back. You've pulled back from this situation, and when you pulled back and you stopped giving to them, they notice that they know they can't get that stability elsewhere or anywhere else. So you got to kind of watch out for that, because I do get this leechy type of energy around you or coming into your life as well. I'm telling you, somebody here don't have it all together. And so they're going to want to try to come in and have this new beginning with you because you do, right? You got a plan. You the man with the plan, the woman with the plan, whatever it is that you want to call it. And like I said, I see more success happening for you. But you got to be careful with this type of person, because this is the type of person that actually stops growth in your life. This is someone that stops growth. This is someone that stops you from being able to have all the success that it is that you could really, really have. Okay? So you need to be mindful of this person coming in to leech off of that energy dealing with you. All right, Cancer? All right, that's what I got. Moving on to Leo. Moving on to Leo. What everybody been doing for spring break? Y'all just been sitting in the house? I mean, I don't know. Majority of everybody too damn old to be talking about a spring break. Unless you got kids, I don't understand what the hype is about. I mean, unless you like a teenager or something, high school, college, you know, in your early 20s. I don't know what the hype is about, actually. Okay. So let's see. What is going on with Leo? For Leo. Let's see what we got for Leo. All I know is Houston been going crazy up out here. I'm going to tell you that right now. What's going on for Leo? What's going on with Leo right now? What is going on for Leo? Okay, Leo. You and somebody, y'all are no longer like connected with one another. I think that you and someone maybe have broken up, fallen out, disconnected, distanced yourself, whatever the case is what I'm getting here for you and this person. Okay, Melvin, I think this is somebody that you've had a commitment with, a strong commitment with, or a strong relationship with. Y'all may have already been in a commitment or a relationship. Even though y'all not connected anymore, I think that there's still like an emotional heaviness that you still hold on to dealing with this situation. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's a lot of emotional heaviness that you deal with this situation. Okay, give me more. Hey, give me more for Leo. Give me more. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, so the reason why you still hold on to this connection so much is because there was like a spiritual lesson behind behind this connection. It was. Like, so if you're not connected to them and you want to know, like, why am I still holding on to this? Why am I still thinking about this? There was a spiritual lesson that came in this. You and them both are learning something from the situation. It might be even both of y'all still kind of like lingering around in each other's energy, but there was definitely some sort of spiritual lesson that came behind this situation. Now, I do see new love coming into your life. I will say that. I do see new love coming around for you. I don't know if you're going to be ready for it, though. I think that you're going to be indecisive about if you want to commit to something, if you want to take on those responsibilities. But they're coming in strong, okay? It could be a Cancer or Virgo. Somebody's coming in strong towards you, wanting to pursue you or connect with you, get to know you more is what I'm getting here. They could be younger than you as well. Maybe they have a child, but they could be younger than you. There's an age gap. Or like I said, just a fresh energy, right? That's coming into your life and coming towards you in love. But you still kind of holding on to something from the past that you've once dealt with. And I think that you are kind of telling yourself that like nothing's gonna grow from that past situation, right? Like too much time has passed, or you know, I've invested into it and didn't get nowhere. and you're trying to move past it. Okay, I do feel like that you are trying to move past it, and that's when I see you meet somebody else. But somebody here, there's just very much a strong tie that y'all have with each other. And you may feel like it's kind of hard to break that cord. I don't know if you feel like you need to do a cut the cord or what, but you feel like it's kind of hard for y'all to break that cord with one another, even if you're trying to move past it. Like I said, I do get something new being in your energy. Okay, I do get something new being in your energy, but this is going to come down to you having to make a decision, right? Do I want to move forward fully from this situation? Do I want to commit to something new? Should I take some time to myself? What should I do, right? Like, you kind of in this place of not really knowing which way you should go and what it is that you should do. And I think you're going to be trying to look for that clarity on what direction it is that you should go in coming out of another situation. I'm going to tell you right now, you shouldn't jump into something else. Right now is a time period for you to be single, right? Especially if it's coming to jumping out of one thing, getting into another thing, right? It's like you may need to take this time and just be single. I'm not saying that you can't date around, not saying you can't talk to people, entertain people, but kind of being clear about, right now you're not 100% ready to jump into something else, right? Don't be dishonest about it. Don't, you know, drag people along or anything like that. Just kind of be clear about being in a space where you're not really sure if you want to commit to anything right now because you're still working through whatever that was. Now, of course, you don't got to tell nobody that you're still working through anything else, but just kind of letting somebody know, like, I'm not really ready for that step just yet. But there's somebody that's going to come towards you that's going to be really, really into you, that's going to want to commit to you. But I think you're going to be kind of using it like as like a distraction or as a way to kind of keep your mind off of someone else and not go back towards that situation. But like I said, you just got to make sure that you're being honest with someone and being upfront with them. But yeah, that's what I got. I got you being entangled in some sort of third party because you're still holding on to something from the past while it's like the past is still pulling you back towards that situation, but while also having someone new in your energy that wants to pursue you and get to know you. Okay. But right now it's definitely a time to just be single and focus on getting yourself back established and back stable. All right. All right, so let's see what we got for Virgo. Let's see for Virgo. You're welcome, Anna. All right, Virgo. Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? All right, what do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? What's coming out for Virgo? All right, so I don't think you communicated with someone. Okay, I think that you've pulled back on communicating with someone, or stopped communication with someone. It may have been kind of abrupt. Like maybe you just decided, I can do super chats at the end. I don't mind. I think you've just kind of pulled back on someone. Um, or you just abruptly stop connecting with this person or stop dealing with this person is what I'm getting here. I think that your logic took over. It's like, let me get out my feelings and let me think logically for a second with this situation. And whatever this is that you decided to be more head over heart about, I think that you've kind of ended this. You've ended it, or you've cut it off, or you've went cold on the situation is what I'm getting here with this. Once again, love is in reverse again. So you also are disconnected from someone. You're not talking to someone, or you're not dealing with someone as well. I think it's because of you. You decided that you didn't want to deal with it anymore, right? There may have been too much betrayal in the situation between the two of y'all. And that may be why you decided that this is just not something that's going to be for you or aligned for you anymore. This person is still watching you, though. They still watch you. They're still curious about you, right? If they're able to watch you, they still watch you, but they still curious about you. They still think about approaching the situation between the two of y'all. Still got you up on their mind because they feel like they feel something, or even they may even feel like that they don't have your attention or they didn't leave like a good impression on you, right? So it's kind of like essentially like where you just feel like you're not impressed or you're not moved by the games or the effort or lack thereof that they've been putting in coming towards you, and this is why you detach from it. But they recognize that. They recognize that. They don't feel like they have your attention anymore. And they do still want it. They still want to talk to you or communicate with you or deal with you is what I'm getting here. But they're going to patiently wait before they come back around towards you. Could be a Sag, a Scorpio. They're going to patiently wait before they come back towards you. Okay? Because I think this someone, they do see your value, but I think they waited too long to kind of act on it is what I'm getting here. Yeah, someone that's way too closed off, don't really show too much emotions. Could be a water sign, air sign. They way too closed off and don't show enough emotions for you, which is probably why you decided to disconnect from this and drop this situation. So you drop something, but don't be surprised if this person try to pop back up into your life or try to, you know, come back around later on down the line, even if, you know, y'all stop talking or you've made it clear that this is not something that you want to deal with anymore. Okay? All right. I know y'all probably thinking like these reads are not that long tonight. They're really not that long tonight. Okay? I mean, I don't know if y'all want me to talk about 10 different topics. Not around here, bucko. All right, let's see. What do we have for Libra? For Libra. What we got for Libra? What do we have for Libra? All right. So, for Libra, tell me about what's going on for Libra. What's going on for Libra? Let's shuffle. I am a little tired, though. I'll tell you that much right now. Libra, since you've been taking some time to yourself, everything has been starting to make sense to you. See, when you start to pull back, when you stop chasing clarity and you let it come towards you, Keto. I don't know what that means, booty. Okay, well, yeah, when you stop chasing clarity and you start letting it come towards you, everything starts to make sense. And I think that since you've withdrawn, thank you. I think since you've withdrawn from everything or from a lot of situations or from a lot of people, things start to make sense, right? Like who's meant to be in your life, who deserves your energy, right? What friendships you want to keep afloat. You know, what you should be investing your time into, right? What I want to do with my career, what's going on in my life. What it's sort of like you taking that step back has kind of made you gain that clarity on the situation. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. A lot of y'all, you have become overly comfortable with being in isolation, right? Like you've become super comfortable with being in isolation is what I'm getting here for you. It may be time for you to go ahead and open up and come on up out of that. Okay, it's time for you to open up and come up out of that. Now, if you've pulled back on somebody, they're still very, very much stuck on you. If you pulled back from a situation with a person, they are gonna come in, being apologetic, expressing themselves. If you walked away from someone, ghosted them, withdrew, stopped talking to them, they still codependent to you and still really stuck on you, and they gonna rush back in. Virgo, Sagittarius energy here, maybe a Leo. They're going to come back around. And I get them wanting a second chance with you. But this person is still very unstable. I don't know if it's mentally. Some of y'all, I'm getting that they mentally unstable. I'm on Libra. Some of y'all, this person is mentally unstable. Emotionally unstable is what I'm getting here as well. Pisces energy is present as well. I think there's someone that hides things or keep things from you. They don't tell you fully how they feel or what's on their mind or what they're thinking or whatever it is, right? Like someone who's not giving you that full clarity is what I'm kind of seeing here. So expect them to want to have a second chance with you. Why are they coming back? Why are they coming back? Well, they want to have a new start. That's why. They want to have a new start with you. They want to start over fresh in the situation. They're going to tell you that, you know, they don't want to be on the toxicness anymore. They don't want to play the games anymore, right? I'm ready to put that behind us. I want us to be on different. I want us to be different this time around, right? I've changed. I've grown. I've evolved. But I think this is someone who's still very emotionally manipulative. Could be a water sign, a Capricorn as well. Someone very emotionally manipulative. So you're going to have to watch out for that because I do get a lot of emotional manipulation. But you've already kind of got the truth on them. You kind of already see through who they are. You kind of already know who they are. You kind of already know what to expect dealing with this person. But they really still stuck on the situation between y'all. So don't think that they're just walking away cleanly. They will pop back up around into your energy. Okay? I'm surprised they haven't already. I'm telling you, it's going to be unexpectedly. Could be a Scorpio. They're going to pop back up unexpectedly towards you. But I don't get that you're going to want to start things fresh or start things over with this person. I feel like you're done investing into this. There's a lack of compromise. There's a lack of growth between the two of y'all. And you're ready to close this karmic cycle and start over fresh in your life is what I'm seeing here. You're ready to start over fresh, right? So that's what I got. All right, let's see. Scorpio. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay. What's going on with Scorpio? What is going on with Scorpio? Jeremiah, you don't need to be on that phone all day. You've been on that phone all day. I know you have. I just know you have. You need to put something on that TV. I don't like when you be in that phone all day. You need to put something on that TV. You know, I don't like when you just sit up on that phone all day being unproductive. That stuff kill y'all brain cells. Put something on the TV or something. Watch television. All right, Scorpio. What we got for Scorpio? What we got for Scorpio? Huh? What'd you say? You had said something?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you had. I was trying to make sure. All right, y'all. Y'all got to tell these kids to get up off them phones and them tablets. I'm telling y'all. It's killing their brain cells. All right. Scorpio. What's coming out for Scorpio? What's coming out for Scorpio? What's coming out for Scorpio? One more shuffle. Yeah, you got to tell these kids they be tripping with themselves, okay? Upright the Scorpio energy, reverse it to somebody else energy. Upright the Scorpio energy, reverse somebody else. Scorpio, somebody is sad about you or hurt over you. Okay? I get them still being really hurt by the situation, really still stuck on it. I feel like it really stung them, a breakup that y'all had with one another. And now I get them not really sure, like, what's next between y'all. They don't know if you're going to come towards them and talk to them, because I don't get that you are communicating with them. They don't know if you're going to come towards them and talk to them. They don't know if you've moved on. They don't know how you really feel about them, is what I'm getting. But they are really, really sad. Somebody's, like, sad, scrambling their thoughts, trying to figure out how you feel or what it is that you want in this situation. I got to see what is Scorpio's energy here. What is Scorpio's energy? Could be a water sign, like yourself. What is Scorpio's energy here in this situation? Let's see. Well, you still feel a strong connection with this person yourself, right? It's not that you just don't care about them. I think that you know, you still feel like there's a sense of things being unfinished between y'all, right? You may kind of question if you know, if you should come back around and put effort back into this yourself. I mean, even though they might not know this, okay? One more call with Scorpio's energy towards the situation. But you acting cold and detached. You coming off as cold and detached, right? Maybe you're not saying nothing, maybe you're not speaking on anything, but it's still an energy of you feeling something strong for this person or really still caring for this person is what I'm getting here. So tell me what's going on here with this. Tell me what's going to happen here with this situation. I think it's just going to be a lack of things kind of starting over fresh for y'all, right? It's like it could turn into something that may just be like a missed opportunity, because I feel like eventually things are just going to move forward, right? Eventually things are going to just kind of stop, pause, and people are going to just move forward with their life. But I think that it's going to probably take some time, because someone is real disappointed or feel real let down. I think they had higher hopes for something between the two of y'all, and it just didn't get to that point. Maybe you had higher hopes for something between the two of y'all, and it never had got to that point. But I think it'll be a comeback around between the two of y'all. So y'all might come back around to each other, but things still might not really pick up and get up off the ground in a connection with this situation between y'all. It's like something gonna come back around before it closes out for good. So whoever that you have on your mind that you thinking about, they're thinking about you as well. But they're hurt because you are kind of like withdrawn or cold. You're not showing no feelings, you know. You're not budging, right? Like it's like a coldness to you. You're not communicating. You're not, you know, on social media shooting slugs and doing all these things like that. But there's going to be a comeback around before something fully closes out and end here. And it's going to either be something that turns into a missed opportunity or feel like something that never fully could stabilize and get up off the ground between the two of y'all. Okay? So that's what I got. Could be a Virgo or Aries. I got water energy. All right. Let's see what we got for Sag. What do we have for Sagittarius? Be sure to hit that like button, y'all. Sagittarius. What do we have for Sag? What do we have for Sagittarius? What's going on with Sagittarius? Let's see what we got. On my shuffle. All right. Sagittarius. What's going on with y'all? On my shuffle. Okay. Well, I don't really know which way that's supposed to be going. Give me more. Okay. So, you may feel a strong connection with someone, Sagittarius, but it's a lot of holding back emotions or feelings. I think upright this Sag energy reverse to somebody else. Upright this Sag energy reverse to somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody feels a strong connection with you, but they're not really coming towards you to express how they feel. Or they're kind of closed off. Okay? There could be a water sign, a Gemini as well. So somebody here feels like y'all have like this soulmate, soul energy, some spiritual type of connection, some connection that don't make sense to them. Why am I so attached to Sagittarius? You know, it's sort of like that type of energy, but this is the type of person that really is, they hold back. They don't open up all the way. Somebody's not opening up all the way to the connection that y'all have here. So don't get me wrong, they do feel it, but the problem is that they're not opening up to it. Expect them to kind of confess something to you. Somebody's going to come towards you confessing something to you. What is this that they're going to confess? What is this that they're going to confess? What are they going to confess to Sagittarius? That they actually haven't been able to move on either. Could be another Sag. I got heavy water here. Possibly an air sign, specifically Gemini. They're going to confess they haven't been able to move on from this situation either. Right? There's somebody here that might tell you that they haven't been able to move on. And they're going to want a second chance. Could be a Virgo as well. So even though they pull it back right now, it's not a lack of feelings or a lack of care. Cut it down a little bit. It's a lack of them being open. You get what I'm saying? But they expect them to come back around. Telling you how they weren't able to let this go. Or just kind of coming back around, possibly even apologizing. But somebody is going to come back around towards you. How would they know who this is? How would they know who this person is? How would Sage know? The one who it had a bad ending with. Tears may have been shed. May have been some sort of betrayal. It may have ended badly. Right? The last interaction may have been like a bad interaction with one another. The one that holds back, that you feel like is way too prideful. Way too prideful, too stubborn. The withdrawing one. The one that ghosted you. Or just never really opened up. The one you feel like you had a hard time getting close with. So they're going to come back around wanting another chance with you. Okay? What's Sag energy here with this? What's Sag energy here with this situation? What is Sag energy here? Well, you feel like something was done unfair to you. So you kind of holding a grudge towards this person because you feel like they treated you badly in some way or another. Like, did they treat you unfair? You know? Is what I'm saying. Like, did they lie to you about something? Did they play games with you? So it's like if they come back around, maybe you got some words for this person. You may just try to act cold or detached away from this because you feel like they treated you a certain type of way, or they made you feel a certain type of way, or they did something to you. And I think that you kind of holding a grudge towards this person, or you mad at them, or they just kind of left a bad taste in your mouth. Okay? And so if they come towards you, your energy right now is to be cold, to be neutral towards this person. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? Could be a Libra, a Virgo, a Leo, a Gemini. What's going to happen here in this situation? 3 of Swords. I'm telling you, they hurt and they are going to come back around towards you. But I think it's going to be a false new beginning. Y'all getting this, it could be a Scorpio, same kind of outcome as Scorpio. Like, coming back around, but not fully getting up off the ground. It's like something going to come back around, but it's still not going to be, like they may even come back trying to be a little bit more intentional, but something here is not going to fully get off the ground between the two of y'all. And I think it's because, like I said, whatever they did to you, I don't know if you have a hard time letting it go. I don't know if you just never, it's like King of Swords, Five of Swords energy is kind of giving, I know what you did. You get what I'm saying? And I might not react 100% to it, but it's gonna be a lot of indifference that you show towards this person. Okay? It's not gonna be a full open arms that you're gonna give this person, which is probably why things aren't gonna get off the ground because you're not as emotionally available for them as you once were. Okay? So that's what I got. All right, moving on to Capricorn. Moving on to Capricorn. All right, let's see for Capricorn. What is going on with Capricorn right now? What is going on for Capricorn? What is going on for Capricorn? Let's see. All right. All right, Capricorn. So show me for Capricorn. All right. Some of y'all may be moving. Okay. Some of y'all may be moving. I think you like really trying to like set things up for your future or become more established. You might also be getting close with someone you might spend a lot of time with at their house. It may be somebody coming back around as well. I'm tired of these come back around ass energies. But yeah, I think that some of y'all may be moving or trying to focus on getting a little bit more established and getting a little bit more comfortable and with something that you are doing, right? Like you want to have a level of comfort around you. And I feel like that's what you're trying to establish for yourself in your life right now. But I also get, like I said, somebody coming back around towards you. Now, as far as you working on becoming a little bit more established or a little bit more stable, I think that it's about patience for you. Things are going to patiently or slowly kind of fall back into place. But you got to kind of keep in mind that you need to assess things that aren't growing anymore in your life. And this is going to include if somebody comes back towards you wanting to rebuild with you. Because I feel like while you are trying to focus on stability and you are trying to focus on money and career and your growth, being a little bit more established and setting your life up and setting yourself up for your future, things may start to reappear. People may start to come back into your life. Old situations may resurface, friendships, connections, whatever the case is. And you kind of got to ask yourself, is this something that's still going to grow? Or am I just holding on to something here because there is that type of emotional attachment to it? So you go have to kind of keep that in mind as well. But there is definitely somebody coming back around towards you, is what I'm getting here. Somebody's definitely coming back into your life. Okay? I get them coming out the cold. They may come out the cold, Pisces, Virgo. They may have stopped communicating with you, but they ready to come up out that energy is what I'm seeing here. Jeremiah, can you cut that down just a little bit? Okay? So be on the lookout of that type of energy is what I'm seeing here. I think they come back around towards you because they feel like you've pulled back on them as well. It's like they pull back. Maybe they were expecting you to chase them. Maybe they were expecting you to, come behind them, explaining yourself or something like that, right? But you're not doing it. So they will pop back up towards you. But this is looking like some sort of pattern or something here that you may be trying to detach from and let go of. You don't want to continue to hold on to situations that drained you. But it's like when it pops back up, it might trigger those old feelings and those old memories. So that's why you're going to have to kind of use your discernment and ask yourself, is this something that's going to continue to grow in my life? Is this something that I have, like, I'm not aligned with anymore? Or is this something that still is showing me, not has potential, but it's something that's still showing me clearly that this is something that's going to be for me? Okay? So you're going to have to go with what you know, with the facts, and don't be kind of moving off of potential with something here. Especially with a person that's popping back up around once you start getting back established. Okay? All right. Hold on, y'all. I got to go take a restroom break. All right. We back. Oh, I hit myself in the face. All right. So moving on to Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius? Aquarius. All right. So what's going on with Aquarius? What is going on with Aquarius? What is going on with Aquarius? What is going on with Aquarius? So, what's the energy looking like? What's going on? What Aquarius need to know? Okay. Aquarius. So, it looks like something here has completed. A cycle has completed in your life. A cycle has completed in your life. Maybe with a Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Heavy Sag energy, though. Heavy Sag. A cycle has definitely come to a close or to an end for you. Something here was not aligned for you anymore. Okay? So, I hope you're not, like, waiting around for something to come back. I don't feel like it is going to. It look like right now something feels like it's complete. This is something that it's time to move forward from, or something that you've kind of like outgrown here is what I'm seeing here. Could be a Gemini or Sagittarius involved in this situation in some way or another for some of y'all. Yeah, I think that the past is left in the past, right? Something in the past is being left in the past. It's time for you to move past that situation, okay? Let me see. Give me more. Yeah, it's time for a whole new start. It's time for you to open up to new things, new potential, new connections, new friendships, new jobs, new ideas, new adventures, new hobbies, right? Some lesson here is finally completed in your life, and I think it's something that you have outgrown. And so it's no more going back. You're not going backwards anymore. You're only moving forward from a situation here, okay? And I'm getting that things gonna move kind of fast for you. So you might feel like something here may have come to this close or come to this end. Or you might seen that, but you're gonna see things kind of pick up and move a bit fast for you as you kind of transition out of whatever this cycle was that you were going through. Is what I'm seeing here as well. Some of y'all may also be moving. Also get a move coming up for some of y'all as well. So take that how I go. But I also get good news coming in. Some of y'all may be receiving some communication about some good news that's coming in towards you. Yeah, I'm doing super chats. Some of y'all may also be receiving some communication coming in about some good news towards you. Now, I'm telling you, something here has come to a close. So whatever this is that has closed or ended, it needed to come to that end. I don't know what that's about. And it feels like something here is over. So like a cycle that you've been struggling or going through for a while is done, and it's telling me that you are only moving forward from here. You got to kind of have a little bit of hope, though, a little bit of hope in your situation. I don't know if it's that you are like hopeless or doubtful about things moving forward from something here. I don't know if it's just that you are having a hard time healing from something here in your life as well. It could be all those things, one or the other, right? Is what I'm seeing here. But it's also telling me that this is a time period where you don't need to be distracting yourself with things that are not healthy. So if you're going to like, to cope with something here coming to this end, you may need to find healthier things to kind of like distract yourself, right? Hobbies, you know, doing healthy things with friends. Don't go get cooped all up in the house and just kind of sit in on standby for a situation. It's like get out here, invest into the things that make you feel whole, make you feel complete, make you feel good. But don't distract yourself for unhealthy things as well. But something here definitely has come to a complete close or a complete end. I think that if this is about a person, I don't really see them like stepping up to take no accountability, to apologize, especially with that Seven of Swords. Is someone that's very avoidant, or they lack accountability. They don't like to be called out on certain things as well, is what I'm getting here. So it's kind of what I'm seeing for y'all. Something here is completely closed off and moving forward from here in your life. All right. So, all right. Moving on to Pisces. Last but not least is Pisces. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Carl. All right. Let's see for Pisces. Pisces. Let's see what we got for Pisces. All right. One more shuffle. What do we have for Pisces? I think it's time for you to just kind of wake up and smell the roses, Pisces. Okay? I think that you are still beating a dead horse. Now money is starting to look really good for you. I see new opportunities flowing. Maybe you're doing things that you haven't done in a while when it comes to money or career, or you're doing something different than what you've been doing when it comes to money and career. But it does look like in regards to a connection, it kind of feels like you're beating a dead horse. Right? It's like you're constantly repeating a cycle here in a situation with something where it's time for you to move past there. I think you too stuck or hung up on the past. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think you're too stuck or hung up on the past here. Okay? Something's not gonna go back to what it once was. Something's not gonna just, you know, oh, when we first got together, they were doing this, they were doing that, they acted like this. You know, we were able to come back from these things, blah, 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 blah. I think there has just been so much done that that bridge has kind of got burnt here in a connection with someone. And I feel like you still want to deal with this person or communicate with this person. But I don't see that fairy tale happy ending that y'all are going to have together. I think that you are exerting too much energy into hoping that things come back around. And I don't even see no communication. I don't see no communication. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's a little freaky ass name you got there. I'm not gonna hold you. Okay. It is time for you to kind of move on from the situation, move forward from it. I think that you have kind of become a bit closed off emotionally after dealing with this situation a bit here. Okay, but it's time for you to release yourself from a pattern or from a connection that you've been dealing with where you're hoping that things change, but it seems like things are not starting to get better. Okay, I don't need no saving. I look like a fucking princess. I'm not a princess. I don't need no saving. Okay, some of y'all may be getting a new car. I see a new car for some of y'all. New form of transportation. Maybe even a move coming in for some of y'all as well. But I'm also seeing money starting to do better, or money starting to increase a little bit more for you, right? Being able to kind of like afford things more, afford what it is that you want. Some of y'all may also be kind of like wanting to spend more time with your kid, or get out the house and spend more time with your child or with your kid or something. Career is looking good. But I'm going to tell you, in regards to love, you might kind of run across a lot of connections that start up and stop, especially if you're having a hard time getting past someone. And then if you and someone were to come back together, it's telling me like y'all are going to have a lot of false starts with one another, right? This is like being on and off, on and off, on and off, but things never really getting to a place of y'all being able to build together, because it's time for you to let something go. That's what it's looking like. It's time for you to let that go. You got too comfortable there, or it's too much comfort in the situation for you, or too much comfortability with something here that is not progressing, as well as what I'm seeing here. So that's what I got. I'm not gonna stick around and do too much about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do these super chats. And that's what I got. All right, Nevaeh. Here he go over here watching. What is this that he watching? Dang, what's the name of this one? All right, let's see. All right, so Nevaeh. Why is Nevaeh's ex watching her social media? Why is Nevaeh's ex watching her social media? Why is Nevaeh's ex watching her social media? One more shuffle. Why is Nevaeh's ex watching her social media? Well, I feel like it's because, is that 2 cards? That's 1. Well, I think they kind of, so they are affected by y'all having this breakup with one another. It may have crossed their mind or been on their mind. It's like something made them think about the connection, or maybe think about the breakup between y'all. Something triggered them to think about this situation. I don't get them necessarily coming towards you to communicate or to speak to you, but something had triggered them to think about this connection, or, you know, think about what you've been having going on. Even thinking about what the cause of y'all fallout was is what I'm picking up here. And so I think they just kind of wanted to see like what you had going on in your life. I don't think it's necessarily speaking to them wanting to necessarily like start over fresh between y'all, but something crossed their mind that made them really curious about you. So it was like a curiosity thing where they wanted to kind of see what you had going on. Y'all haven't been communicating, haven't been talking. And so it was like an itch that they had to scratch. And like I said, whatever caused y'all to break up, it was also on their mind. Okay, it also had a, like, it triggered them to make them think about that. Okay, so I don't get it being like they want to start over fresh or anything like that. I think it's just them being kind of curious about the situation, but they're not quite ready to have a new beginning. All right, let's see. All right, my teal. Okay, my question is, what's gonna happen between me and the Gemini? All right, I see it. I see it, my teal. What's gonna happen between my teal and this Gemini? All right, what's gonna happen here between my teal and the Gemini? What's gonna happen here between my teal and the Gemini? I don't see things going back to like a new beginning, you know, a full reconciliation. Right now I'm getting nothing. I think that, I don't know if they ghosted you or you ghosted them or what's going on, but I'm seeing silence. I'm not seeing a lot of communication here in the situation. I think they shifting the focus towards, you know, themselves right now. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting them shifting. I think they really do desire something close emotionally or some type of emotional connection here. But I don't really get it being too much communicating. I don't know if it's something that you said. I don't know if it's maybe you were calling them out on something. I don't know if you were overly guarded towards this person. But right now they kind of seeing you as being like quiet and cold towards them as well. Okay? And so right now I get them kind of shifting their focus towards themselves and disconnecting from this and not really starting anything fresh at this moment in time between the two of y'all. If they do come back, it might take some time before they come back in towards you. Because I do get they might pop back up around towards you. But right now, I don't see them taking any action towards the situation. Partially because I don't really know how you feel as well. Right? And it's like, how can I just insert myself back in towards this person? And, you know, you may be coming off as cold or unbothered or like you don't want to deal with them either. So I don't know if y'all had a conflict with one another or if y'all just, or when you just kind of like detached from any type of expectations dealing with this person. But I do get after some time, they are going to pop back up. But this is someone that I think they're kind of focusing a bit on themselves right now. I don't get them like, and I'm going to say this, they're not the type that won't commit. I think they seriously want that, but they the type that struggle with opening up and being consistent with fully connecting with someone. And so I get ultimately it's going to be something that you walk away from or that they walk away from, that y'all walk away from. Ultimately, that's what it's going to turn into. I wouldn't put too much into it because it's going to stress you out and cause you too much anxiety, have you all up in your head. So I wouldn't put too much into it emotionally, okay? So that's what I got for everybody. I am out of here. Okay. I might go live again tomorrow and do two more. Yeah, he too stubborn on opening. Yeah, baby, nobody got time for that. I might do two more individual signs tomorrow. I think I gotta do. I think I did Leo, so I gotta do Virgo and Libra tomorrow. So, peace, y'all.